Geometry Dash decoration has evolved, and I mean evolved, to things that it don't even look like Geometry Dash anymore. Like, what is this? What level is this? No, seriously, what's the name of this level? I don't know what it is. There's so many types of styles in the game, but the one that catches my attention the most, hyper-realism style. I don't know how to make it. It's not my forte, but we all gotta start from level 1 somewhere. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, first things first, do I need to make a layout or something? I don't know. Actually, you know what? I actually have a song. I actually have a song in mind. I have a song in mind. 1 second. Also, with hyper-realism, they don't usually have these backgrounds, so I'm going to use a gradient. And I guess the ground doesn't really matter because it's just going to be black anyway. No, we can do a Serpenge thing real quick, so the level doesn't like look completely boring at the beginning. I never do this in levels because I find it like somewhat lazy. You could put gameplay here or something, but this is just a video, so I ain't doing all that work. You got me bent. Okay, so now here comes the part where I actually have to make the gameplay. Fantastic. Alright, I think that's all the layout I'm gonna build because I am not gonna build long on this. I probably built too much on this. But anyway, with hyper-realistic style, you have to make everything just look like it's realistic. I don't even know where to start, yo. Yeah, I think the ocean is the best place to start. So we're gonna put this in like layer 20. So first, we're going to need the body of water. Alright, remember guys, by no means am I an art creator. By absolutely no means am I an art creator. This is just for funsies. This is not for realsies. So I think it's all based on layering. Like, I think this is pretty decent, and we just need the ocean to be like somewhat higher. That way it looks like the platforms are in between. Like, it's like in the middle of the ocean or something like that, right? This is going to take a lot of know-how. I think it's best to start with a base template, right? So we just need some type of sun to begin with, right? I think it is a good idea to go ahead and start layering stuff where it belongs. So I am going to put this in B4. This is going to be a lot of layering. The sun's like not yellow realistically. It's like more of like a white. So me starting like this is actually a pretty good idea. I think starting with the right color is definitely the best way to go about this. And of course it's going to be blending. So yeah. All right, how's that? Oh wow, that's an ultra mega bright. Okay, now as we're going out, we need the opacity of the glow to be like much lower. All right, now I'm seeing the image. I don't know if I'm gonna make realistic clouds with this. I don't even know how to do that. I'm just gonna try things out. Like, what if I just happen to do that on top? That's actually, that's okay. I can work with something like this actually. Hold on. What else? I need something else to make the sun look like more realistic. I know all the artists right now that are looking at this are cringing like crazy. But guys, it's my first attempt. First attempt at making hyper-realism, bro. I don't know how to do this. This is completely foreign to me. That's definitely too bright now, so I need to turn that. Ooh, hold on. For my first hyper-realistic background ish, it's decent. I think a good idea is to go ahead and making the ocean so I can get an idea of how I'm gonna make the water. There was a trick I used in my Geometry Dash World remake thing that I saw people do, is that they were using this. So let's just try with a no opacity. I don't think that's not gonna, no. Okay, I think now is a good time to start doing some copy pastaing. A good idea for this is to have this effect that's close to the sun brighter than in comparison to everything else. I think that's a pretty cool idea. All right, we ain't done with you yet. Let's add some shading to the water. We are going to need to copy the color of color 1, go to a different layer, we're gonna do some blending stuff and put it on B3 and just like turn up the brightness a little bit, but have it brighter to where the sun is. Ooh, water's looking pretty dope. Water's looking pretty dope. Now we're going to have the water on top of the block design once we have an actual block design, so that's gonna come a bit later. Ooh, oh, that's clean. Oh, that's super clean. Look at the horizon cutoff effect right there. Yeah, I legit don't know how I will put clouds in this without making it look messy. Well, I guess I'm about to find out. See how that like stands out in comparison to everything else? That's why, But as soon as I make it blending, my God, this doesn't even look like a cloud. That's a freaking goldfish, dude. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, bro. Oh, bro, this is nuts. This is on the background alone. Oh, this looks so cool. Okay, we're not quite done with the background yet. Even though I do have this out here, I still want to put a gradient type of thing on top of this. See, the gradient tool would have been perfect right here. Make it a low opacity white once again. Oh, baby, come on. Okay, now that I think I'm gonna leave the background alone for now. Otherwise, we're gonna spend like 20 hours on the background. So now let's start working on block design. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. It is going to involve the 2.1 grass blocks, you know. Instead of having the ones wide out, that makes it look cartoonish, we need these. Yeah, I think that should be fine. That should be fine. It's our first attempt, so I'm not going to worry too much about how things look. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get the regular blocks. Like these blocks are like always used in hyper-realism, so I'm gonna just go ahead and swipe this down, and we'll put these blocks on the same T1 but Z layer 4. Okay, oh, y'all already see the vision, guys. Come on, you have to see the vision by this point. Now there is one trick that I've always seen using realistic block designs when it comes to rocky stuff. People always use these actual rock blocks to make the outline of the block design. So I'm gonna try something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make these both color 19. Doesn't really work the way I thought it was going to. We're gonna copy the values of that and put glow on it, and we'll have this on like the outline like over here for right now, just so I can use it with another rock block like this one. I think this might work. Maybe I deleted it. I'm stupid. Okay, this is pretty different from what I usually do when I come to the building. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna copy paste these color blocks and kind of rotate them in to fill in that gap that the rocks left. Now that we have this, now we need to texture the realistic block. And I think some of you who've been watching me for a little while know how to texture by now. Which texture do I like more though? I think for this case, we're actually gonna stick with this one. Honestly, I feel like the glow's a bit too intense on it. And of course, I'm not satisfied with the black shading on the block. It makes it look really patchy and really not really nice. So we are gonna be adjusting the color on that. Right now, I'm just putting the placement of the textures. Have it too dark, then it looks weird. But if you lower that opacity just enough, it makes it look real good. There's a couple of things I can do with this block design. I can either put another stack of this on top to make it look 3D, which would be a really cool idea, or do I... Ooh, there's so many ideas I have with just this alone. I think let's use this. I think this is a good start. There we go. Ooh, that looks really good, actually. All right, what's some grassy stuff I can put on the block design? Ooh, I can put this. Yeah. I can see it working, but just not in this scenario. I don't think putting these on B1 is a good idea. Nope, it's not. Okay. Not that low. You can't even see the darn thing. The drop shadows in a different layer just to make it easier to select stuff. You know what? I'm gonna do it the lazy man's way. Since I didn't scale any of them, I can just free scale this now, sort of. Now that we have our block design, I'm just gonna call it here for the block design. Now we need to go back to the ocean and somewhat do the same thing we did before. And now that we have this in 30, we're actually gonna put this in T1, T2. Will that be on top? It is gonna be on top. Sick. And look at that. 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 This is exactly how I planned it. Difference with this one though is going to be that, yeah, it still may fit and stuff like that, but it's going to also be not as glowy as the background one. Probably was a bad idea to keep them all on the same layer. I would have them multi-layered, but just for the sake of this video, I am going to just have them all in one group, so yeah. And this is like without any like major moving objects to make the level feel more alive. No pulsing or anything like that. This is just it, like this. Dang, I don't even know what to do from here, man. Like, what more do you want from me? There's so much cool stuff I can do with this. And this is only like a little bit of the layering. There's so much I can do with this. That's what's crazy about this. Man. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to finish the block design. I'll try to do some air deco, and then we'll call it a video, okay? Alright, you guys, I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you all so much for watching the video. This is my first attempt at making the realistic style. Honestly, for my first attempt, I think I did really good, but I think that judgment all lays onto you guys. So what do you guys think of the layout? What's the layout? What do you guys think of the art style that I did? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's been your boy Souls. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys next time. Later. And I built this at like 2 o'clock in the morning. This took me like an hour and a half to build. This in an hour and a half. Come on, guys. Come on.